Tēnā koutou katoa. It is good to be again together and share with you a few thoughts. And I thought for today, for this week, it would be interesting to hear a little bit of background of a hymn we are going to sing on Sunday at our online service. It is one of my favorite hymns, and occasionally I sing it, especially during this season of COVID and lockdown. And recently I have been reminded of it too, as Reverend Robin Godge from the Methodist Church sang it beautifully in social media. It is a hymn called It Is Well With My Soul. And the story of that hymn is extremely tragic, but it shows how from a great tragedy something beautiful can be born. The author of text of that hymn is American Presbyterian, layperson, and a lawyer, Horatio Spafford, who lived in the second half of the 19th century. In year 1871, when he was only 43 years of age, a great fire of Chicago destroyed most of his investment, and everything that he invested in the real estate was gone overnight. He has decided a couple of years later that it would be good for him and for his wife, Anna, to take a break in the United Kingdom, as situation was not getting better for them. Just before the Great Fire of Chicago happened, Spaffords lost their first son, 4-year-old boy, who died of scarlet fever. As they were getting ready to travel to UK by boat, Horatio got notice that there is a certain job that he has to attend to, and he has decided to stay behind. Anna, with 4 daughters, traveled to UK by boat, Ville du Havre, and on the Atlantic, one day, on 22nd of November 1873, there was a terrible accident in which 4 daughters got drowned. Anna was the only one who survived. She let her husband Horatio know about it, who immediately after he heard the news boarded next boat and decided to travel to UK. Just above the place where he lost his 4 children, Captain pointed to the place of the tragedy, and Horatio decided to write a hymn, which starts with beautiful words, "When peace like a river." Later in their life, they had more children, but tragedy still followed them. Their firstborn after the accident, young Horatio, also died. And they had 2 other daughters, Grace and Bertha. Spaffords decided to move to Jerusalem, and where they have established American Colony, a group of American Christians who were later joined by Swedish Christians of more messianic persuasion. And they have established a wonderful charitable work in East Jerusalem among people of that whole area, helping all without differences. Horatio died in year 1888, but before he died, and when he was still in the United States, he brought the words of his hymn to his friend, Philip Bliss, who was a composer. And Philip Bliss brought the music for this hymn as we know it today. Life of Philip Bliss is also part of that great tragedy of that hymn, because at the age of 38, Philip Bliss died in a rail accident when a train collapsed, bridge collapsed, and his train with his wife Lucy fell into the ravine, and Philip saved himself. But when he noticed that his wife is not out, when she was still staying in the train, he returned back to save her. Fire caught the train, and they were both burned to death. So one beautiful hymn with beautiful words, with so much tragedy behind it in the life of the author of text and author of music. Let us all pray in these days that in no matter what happens to us, we will be able to say, "It is well with my soul," as these great people of faith in 19th century, Horatio Spafford and his wife Anna, and Philip Bliss and his wife Lucy, were able to say.